Should you buy another smartphone for your wholesaling real estate business? Should you use a local number versus a toll-free 800 number? What number should you choose? Well, I'm going to answer those questions and much, much more. Stand by. Let's get it.
Flip man, it's the flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash. Get that bag.
Hello guys, this is Ty, aka the Flip Man. Should you have one smartphone or two smartphones, maybe even three, for your wholesaling real estate business? Well, in reality, the answer is no, because you have a service or services out there that will allow you to use multiple numbers for your actual business. Now, phone numbers are still very important in the scheme of things. Obviously, we have the internet and everything, but most of the deals go down with actual phone conversations, even text messaging. So, whenever you're setting up your actual business, just understand as a marketer / wholesaler / investor, you're really going to need multiple numbers. And the reason that you will need multiple numbers is because you're going to have a number for bandit signs. You may have multiple numbers for bandit signs in different areas or markets or cities. All right, you're going to have different phone numbers for your direct mail campaigns. You may have one number for a campaign that started today, but you do another campaign 3 months from now. You may have a different number for your website and online leads that you receive. You'll have a different number for your ringless voicemail, your SMS, Facebook ads, Google AdWords. You get the picture. And the reason that you want to do that is you want to be able to track where your leads are coming from so you can see what's working and what's not working. If it's working, then you want to do more of it. If it's not working from that particular lead source, you maybe want to make some changes. By having different phone numbers, this makes it possible for you to make those changes if necessary or do more of something that is working. Now you have local versus 800 numbers. Local numbers work better. 800 numbers, they work, don't get me wrong, but take it from me who spent thousands of dollars on an actual toll-free number, is that local numbers outperformed the toll-free number 10-1 from my experience. So you want to have an option where you can get local numbers because you may start virtually wholesaling. So if you are, I would suggest that you use local numbers to that particular market. You're just going to get better responses. Not that you can't use long distance numbers or numbers outside of that market, but normally you're just going to get better responses from area codes specific to a particular market. So with all that being said, I use this service called Bumbercom. Not number, N-U-M-B-E-R, but Bumber, V as in Victor, U-M-B-E-R. It will allow you to do a lot of things, but the main thing is that you can use one phone to forward all of your calls to and to handle your entire business just with one phone. So the existing phone that you have works just fine. Instead of taking on the expense of, number one, buying another phone and then the monthly service of what that will cost, it's cheaper to do it this way, and you can have total control over several numbers. Now, before I get into the actual video and showing you how to use and set up the service, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on the notifications by tapping the little bell so you are alerted whenever I upload new videos, and you will be alerted when we go live on Thursday nights for our live flipinars here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Periscope, where we answer your questions about real estate investing with a main focus on wholesaling real estate, which takes none of your credit or cash to do so. Also, make sure you follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at AskFlipMan. And before I go, if you want access to the free one-page contract that I've been using since 2003, get over to dealyourlater.com. That's dealyourlater.com to access that free contract where you can fill it out online. You can print it off. You can email it, however you want to handle it. And while you're there, you can also use the free deal calculator to help you know if you actually have a great deal or not. So enough of that, on to the video. Okay, so let's get in here to Bumbercom, which is the site, the service that I choose to use. There are others out there which you can use, but so let's just get into how I use it for marketing my wholesale real estate business, just real estate investing business, period, whether it's dealing with wholesaling or not. So now, the homepage here, as you can see, there's a 14-day free trial. You can check the pricing up here also, and the different plans that they have. But as I mentioned in the opening, it's about having multiple numbers for different forms of marketing for your business. So let's just go ahead and get in here. So I'm going to log into my account. And as you see here, whenever you log in, the first thing you're going to see is all incoming calls. You can look at your answered calls. You can look at missed calls. If you got voicemails in there, call numbers that you blocked, flagged calls, new contacts if you want it. You can look at your outgoing calls, and you can look at the trash. So most of the time you're going to probably be in your all incoming and possibly your outgoing calls, and it's going to make a lot more sense once you get in here. Now, down here you can look at your text messaging, and so you can always choose the numbers that you want to look at that you've received text on. But if you don't, if you look at all numbers, it's going to just show all the text messages, no matter what number it is, but you can specify the actual number. You can also search by the other party's number or whatever also. Now, you can receive fax on your numbers also. That is an option. You just have to activate it for whatever number you're needing. And then here is where all your numbers are located and how you can edit those and use them as needed. As you see, I got quite a few here. All right, so while we're in here, and to add numbers, which is basically the starting point. So if you want to add an actual number, what you would do here is select add number. Now, of course, the site's always going to change. I don't care what website it is. The layout may change over the time frame, or the UI user interface may change. So, but the basics will still be the same. They try to keep it as simple as possible. So what you'll do here is normally you can choose by zip code. You can choose near my office and all that stuff. But a lot of times I just simply choose by the area code that I'm trying to target for that particular area. So what you do is area code and city. So if I chose a city, we'll just say Alabama, and then 205 is my main market or whatever. I think they just added another number here. What was it? 754. Anyway, so 205 would be my area. And so you can just do Birmingham or any of the 205 surrounding areas. And so the next thing you want to do is you choose a number. Now, I generally like to choose a number that's going to probably be a little bit easier to remember, at least in my mind anyway. And the easiest one out of these numbers that are available is the 205-224-9780. So what I would do is then I would select the number, and then you go to view cart, and then you would agree to the $395 charge. Now, if you have one of the plans, you would then go ahead and it'll be included in the plan that you sign up for, which you'll see those tiered options once you look under the plans from the home page or whatever. All right, so I'll go ahead and add this number. I can use it for something else or whatever. So what you do here is you want to select the number you're going to be forwarding it to. And so I'll just use my normal 205 number, which I have my name by there, but it's 205-492-3425. And then you would name it. All right, so I may just say bandit signs, BHAM, which is short for Birmingham. All right. So now you hit order number. So the number is ordered. So then you would configure numbers. All right. So there it is there. All right. Now, so here's the part where it really matters. All right. So you want to configure your number. All right. So the settings, but you can go here and change the name if you wanted to. All right. And it says down here, note this must remain in your account for at least 1 month before eligible for removal. So just understand that. All right. So the thing you want to do here is call forwarding. Now, I use call forwarding in quite a few different ways. Some numbers are forwarded directly to me. Some numbers are forwarded to an answering service. Some numbers are forwarded to people I have helping me, whether it's a virtual assistant or whatever. Some numbers are used for Mojo Dialer, for the cold calling. So it's just going to depend. Some numbers can be set up just for only voicemail or whatever. All right. So you can say forward a call to a single number. You can do that. Or you can do forward a call to several numbers and have them all ring at the same time. I do a lot of that. And then you can have them to ring in a sequence. It'll ring one number first and then the second number second. All right. So if you want to do that, if you want to add an additional number, what you simply do here is add a new, another forwarding number. And so I'll just put this number in here. And then you can just name it, just say second number, you name it whatever you want to name it. So boom. All right. Now here, you want the phone to ring 25 seconds. Normally that's more than enough time for someone to actually answer the phone. You can do longer if you want to or whatever, but normally, I just do 25 seconds. So, but again, you could do normal. So up here you see his forward number has been updated. Now, what's important down here is that it says your call ID will show the caller's telephone number. All right. Now, if you have it to show the caller's telephone number, it's ideally what you'll need to do is down here is create a whisper message, so you'll know who's calling. So you may say sellers. All right. And then you save that. So whenever people call, it'll say sellers. So you'll know that. Now, the other thing is you need to turn the press one off option. You definitely need to turn that off. All right. Now you can have the actual Bumber number, this number here, to show on your phone. And what I like to do is I may just name it, bandit signs West Side or something like that. And so that's how it'll appear on my caller ID is bandit sign West Side. So I'll know how to answer the phone. So that's why you don't have to go out and buy an additional phone. A service like this will allow you to manage all your calls for multiple numbers because, the different forms of marketing that you use. So this is generally how I set mine up, depending on if I want the numbers to come straight through or the Bumber number to come through. But the most important thing right here is put the call straight through or whatever. You don't want this option to press one. You don't want it to people to have any difficulties in reaching you. All right. And down here, if you're going to have the phone number to come straight through, then you may want to put a whisper there so you'll know, because you may just think it's just somebody just calling you for personal reasons or whatever. So, all right. Now in text messaging, what I like to do is I like to select this second one here, send messages to the Bumber app, this dashboard and your email. So, it sends it here. It sends it to the app, which you'll need to download. I'm pretty sure they have it for Android. Also, I know they have it for iPhones. But I'd like to select this number here. So I'm getting like 3 notifications in reality of when people calling. So, business hours, you can set this up if you want. I just like to let them just come through just whenever. I don't really put a restriction on that, but that's up to you. All right. Fax receipt. So you want to activate that if you want to be able to receive, fax to you. And I like to receive them as an email so you can download and print it out if you need be. All right. And then this is one of the better features right here. It's call recording. And so with the call recording feature, you want to definitely go ahead and activate that. And it says play system message. No. You want to receive an email when the calls come through. So boom, those are my options there. And what this does is that anytime calls are made, either to this number or from this number, you will receive, it will be recorded. That is so valuable right now, because you can go back and sometimes you forget the tone of a conversation, which maybe say, oh, I forgot they said that, which may help you with something as far as negotiations or whatever. Now, then if you have people working for you, then you can listen to them and how they interact with sellers, or if you need to go back. And so now this gives you an opportunity if you're driving or something like that, but you can answer the phone hands-free or whatever. You don't have to actually write the information down. It's being recorded. You can go back and notate it or put it in your CRM or however you would like from that point. Now, the voicemail, you can just set it up. You can actually download create a voicemail on your phone or audio on your laptop or PC or whatever, and then upload it to here with your custom download. So what you do is select your custom download, and then you select the file, from your computer, wherever it would be. All right. And then you just upload it here, and then boom. So I'll say minimum ring before the voicemail picks up. So you probably want to do 4. And just depend. You may want to go straight to voicemail. That's going to be up to you. Now, call notifications, send voicemail attached to my email. I want that. Send email when I miss a call. I want that. Send a email for every call received. I want that. All right. And then you can add additional email addresses here also. Now, block callers, you can just add them here as needed and edit as needed right there also. Okay, so boom, that's generally how I set my phone up. You can set it up different ways for your liking. So now you can make calls and send text messages from your numbers. All right. So if you want to make a call, so what you would do is put in the person's number that you're going to call. Then you're going to select the number that you're going to call from, which is this number that I just set up. And then you have to select the number that Bumber is going to call you to connect the call. So what happens is that whenever you hit place call, then it's going to call you, and it's going to say, or give you a message, and you press 1, and then it's going to connect to the number here that you were trying to call. So you can call from your actual smartphone or whatever device. So it's pretty simple. So you put the number there, select your number here. If there's more than one number, just select the number you want to call. It calls you. You press 1. It connects the call to the person. So they will see this number. They won't see your number. They will see this number, right? Which is what you want. So when they call you back, depending on where you're having it forwarded, it's going to go to that particular number. All right. Now with text messaging. All right. So you just select the number that you want the text to come from. And you put their number and put your message in there and then send it. Boom. It's that simple. So then you can go back, and if the text message came in, it'll be right here, which there's none on this particular number, but that's where they'll be. And you can just go in here, and you can just look at the messages. They'll always be there. Oh, it's a great service. I love, like I said, there are other services out there, but this is my personal preference. So that's pretty much it, guys. This is Bumber. This is the hub I use to manage all my phone calls when dealing with marketing, advertising, buyers, sellers, whoever, whatever I have going or whatever. And right here, you can look at your dashboard to look at your numbers or whatever. So, it's all right here. It's, a very simple service, very inexpensive. That's definitely cheaper than getting another phone, because you're going to need numbers for all forms of marketing once you get it really ramped up, as you should be, because you want to have different ways of generating leads to your business. So I hope this particular video helps. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, turn on the notifications so you are alerted whenever I upload new videos like this one. Also, when we go live on Thursday night for my live Flippinars, where we answer your real estate questions, investing questions about wholesaling real estate without using your cash or credit, or just any real estate investing questions in general. Also, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Ask Flipman. Don't forget about dealyouRater.com if you want to find deals faster, create cash buyers list, and much, much more. DealyouRater.com. That's dealyouRater.com, where you can also fill out the one-page contract online that I've been using since 2003 to do deal after deal. And you can also use the deal calculator there. So thanks, and we will see you guys on the flip side.